Like, what's the point of this book? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sinag and welcome to a new video. So, I don't usually do this kind of videos. I don't do rants a lot. Since after drafting my Goodreads review, I still am pressed about this. And aside from that, I don't know if I'm going to do a worst books of the year. I don't know if I'm going to do this for all of my one-star reads, but I just want to document this here so that I won't feel like I am missing out when the end of the year wrap-up videos came up. So anyway, let's go back to Mr. Jasper Johnson, the hero of this book, The Sweetest Escape. So this is written by Rilzy Adams, and Rilzy Adams is actually one of my favorite authors. So I know that not all books from my favorite authors are a hit for me. This one is the last book of the Johnson series, Falling for a Johnson series, but I think there's still a last book, but that one is just a continuation, or at least a kind of extended epilogue, I think, for one of the Johnson brothers. But so we have our main characters, Rain and Jasper. So I'm already trying to forget his name. After this one, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. So I just finished this a couple of minutes ago, so it is still fresh in me. So let's have a bit of a summary of what happened. So this is going to be a spoiler-filled video because of the nature of my rant. So let's just talk about what happened throughout the books and this book before we dive deep to my thoughts or my rant. So Jasper Johnson is the youngest Johnson brother. So he is a twin to Jasmine. So Jasmine is the heroine in the previous book. So the one with the sunflower. When Love Ignites. So I think recommended that book. I'm going to link the video in the description below and in the eye above, so you can go watch it if you want to. I have no notes in here. I don't have any outline. So if I jump around, then I hope you'll understand, because I just don't want to put this longer or delay the inevitable, because I just want this to be over na. So we have Jasper. So he actually has a lot of cameo in the previous books, and he was a drunk in those cameos. His brothers and his family basically is kind of treating him like, what are you doing with your life, something like that, because he is a lawyer, and their family is a family of lawyers. And back then, we don't know what happened yet, but JT, one of his brothers, is very angry at him. They kind of have a physical brawl or altercation with each other because of what Jasper did. So back then, we don't know what he did, but in this book, or at least by the end of Jasmine's book in When Love Ignites, we kind of know what's happened. So Jasper, okay, so this is what happened. So Jasper cheated. Okay, wait. So JT, his brother, has a best friend, Trey. Trey has a wife, Mazali. And then Jasper and then Mazali cheated on Trey with Jasper. And their relationship, their affair, happened for 3 years, I think. And so it is kind of a long time na. And when JT knows about the affair, he becomes obviously angry to Jasper because the Trey is his best friend, and cheating is wrong. So yeah. And aside from that, they are not in a, what do you call this, in an abusive Mazali and Trey are not in an abusive relationship or any of the things that will make Mazali felt uncomfortable or felt restrained to break up with him. So cheating is not an option in here. Cheating is no, it's a no. So when Jasper's, and the fact that they did that for 3 years, and aside from that, Mazali is also using Jasper to advance her career, because Mazali wants to be a writer. So Jasper is the one writing for Mazali, and that's a side thing that I think the reason why Mazali kept Jasper for so long is because Jasper provides her the affair, and at the same time provides her career. So because she doesn't write anything of the books that she published to her publisher, or that she passed to her editor. I don't know how the process of what do you call this, publishing or traditional publishing, so I don't know, but that's the thing with them. And so In this one, at the start or at the end of Jasmine's book, we get to know that Mazali is pregnant, and then what's his name, Jasper. Jasper had a drunken rage and goes to Trey and Mazali's house to tell Trey that they are cheating and that baby is his. And then there's a lot of fighting, and you know the things that happens after that. But at the start of this book, Hallie, JT's wife, suggested to Jasper to go to Antigua to have a vacation, to escape for a while from what's happening. And I want you to take note of this. The reason why he even accepted Hallie's suggestion is because he agrees that he needs to have he needs to be far away from the people that he knew, so that he can have a clear mind. He will have kind of an introspection and reflection moment. And so when he goes there, he met Rain. So Rain is our heroine naman, and I feel so much for Rain because she deserves better. She has been hurt from the past because her husband, she was married, and her husband, unfortunately, a week after they got married, unfortunately passed away because he has cancer. And the reason why they even get married in the first place is because both of them wants to be tied as a married couple before he passed away. So she still has a lot of sadness, and it still hurts her every time she think of Damien, her late husband. So she kind of promised to herself that she's not going to give her heart to others again because of the hurt that she felt. And so this one, as you can see, both of our main characters have some hurt in their heart. I like that scene wherein Jasper told Rain that the worst thing to ever happen is Mazali cheating on him, or Mazali and him doing an affair instead of being in a fully committed relationship. And then Rain got mad to Jasper and said that the worst thing is having someone who loves you and wants to love you for a long time but was not given the time for it to happen. So that's kind of non-verbatim, but the way the author writes that, or that line in the book, made me cry, and it's very heartbreaking and at the same time eye-opening for Jasper. Jasper has this kind of thing wherein he feels like he is the world, or like he thinks that the world revolves around him. So it's kind of a humbling experience, at least for Jasper, for that. So in that scene, I'm slowly buying the fact that Jasper was slowly getting redeemed to us. So I think that is the point of the first half of this book, wherein he was in Antigua, is to redeem him and humanize him, because from what we've known from him in the past books, he is a cheater, and he is a side chick, or he is a cheater. So at least in this one, we are getting to know him better, and we are slowly poking in his mind and seeing his thoughts about these things. But then the 70% mark happened, and then he still goes back to Mazali, and he even said hurtful words towards Rain, and it's very offensive, by the way, because of the fact that he brings up her late husband, Damien, and kind of put some blame on him. Why are you bringing up a dead person's name? Like, can you just let him rest in peace? And I agree what Rain thought after that. Like, that doesn't, or his bringing up Damien doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, he still died, and all of his what ifs are not going to happen. So what's the point of even bringing him? And because during that time that he brought up Damien, they are what they call this, Rain found out that he said to Mazali that he still loves her. And so Rain, obviously, because at that time they are boyfriend and girlfriend na, so they are in a relationship, and Rain thought that Jasper, because Jasper is because Jasper is venting and ranting about Mazali, like he doesn't want her, or she tricked him, something like that. And so Rain believes that Jasper is kind of he has reflected and he has his eyes are open na to Mazali's trickery. But then after seeing the what do you call this, after seeing their conversation, that what do you call this, Jasper told Mazali that he still loved her. Obviously Rain will be Rain will feel some type of way about that. And so, and then that's where he bring Damien, like, and I just don't like, and I agree to Rain that Mazali and Damien are kind of not in the same level, and they can't be compared to each other because first of all, Mazali cheated with you, so, and Damien doesn't do anything wrong. He just unfortunately was very sick. Another thing pala in here is that Mazali, the reason why she's talking to Jasper still even after he is in Antigua na, is because she is pregnant and she is telling Jasper that her baby is his. And so it really distraughts Jasper because for the longest time he wanted to have a baby with Mazali, but then Mazali is not accommodating him, or is not really entertaining his text or call surrounding asking if the baby is his, because technically at that time she is still married to Trey. But then when Jasper goes to Antigua, it's not explicitly said, but Mazali and Trey divorced, or they are no longer together, and she is pressuring Jasper to come home because the baby is his, something like that. So that's what happened. And then as I mentioned, in the 70% mark, he goes back to Mazali, and he doesn't have any character growth, and that's what irks me the most, because we spent 60% of this book with him showing his self, and but the thing is, we actually, upon reflection, after reading this book, we actually don't see him doing any reflection. So when he was in Antigua, all he did was have fun and have sex with Rain, but he doesn't have really the reflection of what he did was wrong or anything. And the thing that I've noticed is that it is always other people who instills thoughts in him, like they are the one who says that Mazali is this, Mazali is that, like, and then because of their opinion, because of what they are seeing, they are telling their perspective on him, and that's where he began to think, or that's where he kind of thinks about it. Like Jasper acts like a puppet, like whatever the other character said, that's when he will start thinking about it. Like for example, Rain tells him about the worst thing to ever happen is someone loving you but was not able to love you fully because time won't allow it. And then that's when Jasper kind of think about his situation not being the worst thing, or think about him cheating with Mazali isn't really the worst thing to ever happen in humankind. And then Jasmine telling him that there's a possibility that the baby Jaylin isn't his, because Mazali, as we all know, or at least the characters know, that she always either cheats and lies, so, or both. So that's the only time when he think of doing a DNA test to see if Jaylin was really his child. So he acts so dumb. He acts so dumb, and he always waits for other people to tell him what to do, and that's not a redemption for me. That's why when I was in the 70% mark and see that he easily turned to his usual ways even after going through to Antigua, then that hits me, and it tells me that he did not have any introspection and reflection when he was there, and he was still himself. It's just that during the Antigua days, he was distracting himself with Rain. So for a moment, he was able to pretend like nothing's wrong, or at least not feel the weight or the heaviness of his situation. And I agree with what JT said to him, that he doesn't care about the collateral damage. He's just doing whatever he wants to do. And upon retrospection, I agree with that, because he just moved to Antigua without telling anybody, so his family and friends are worried about him. And then when he was in Antigua and he received the message that Mazali already gave birth to the baby, he doesn't tell anybody and just go back to to New York, I think, and he's very wishy-washy, and Rain deserves better. And I just wish, at least for me, that Jasper stayed single for a long time by himself and really reflect on the things that he did, and his actions and reactions to things, because he didn't grow in here. All he did was just suppress things, suppress emotions and memories, and just live his life in the present without really learning anything. And I feel like at the end of the book, I have my number one question is, what's the point? Like, what's the point of this book? Like, really, if you think about it, Jasper didn't have any character growth, and even at the end of the book, the other characters was the one who's kind of leading him into what's going to happen next. Like, he doesn't have any what do you call this? He's a very passive character. Like, everything happens around him, and he reacts accordingly to what happened around him or what the other characters said. He doesn't make any decisions for himself. I think that's another thing that I don't like in books, is when the characters are just very passive and reacting only to what's happening around them, and not taking charge of the story and the plot. So aside from that, I feel so bad for Rain, because her story felt her story was overshadowed by Jasper's. And though I get that, because Jasper has more drama in him, but I feel like she deserved better. And they don't have any chemistry. I'm just saying it. They don't feel like a real couple for me. Like, especially if when they were together, they felt like they were forced to be together so that Jasper can do this supposed to be redemption or healing that didn't even happen. So I find the character of Rain, okay, so Rain feels like a side character. She's a main character, but she feels like a side character for me. Like, she doesn't matter that much in this book, at least from how it is written or how this story was written. She doesn't really matter. Her role to Jasper's life, or at least to this book, can be replaced or can be taken by other characters, and I don't like that. There's an obviously imbalance between the hero and heroine, and I think this book focuses more on the hero, which at first I kind of understand, because the cover of this book is the hero only, and the sweetest escape pertains to his journey. But this is marketed, and this is said to be a romance. So, and a romance involves two or more people. So, what are we doing here? Why are we focusing on Jasper only? And I still don't get the point of going to Antigua, because as I've said, nothing really happened. He didn't have any introspection or reflection, and I think the only reason why that's there is for him to meet Rain. But Rain, as I've mentioned, feels like a side character to me. So what's even the point of it? He can meet her in New York, and still it won't matter much. And so I don't know. So this is the first 1-star read of 2023 for me. I just want Rain to be with someone who really cares for her, and not like Jasper with no backbone. So anyway, I also wanted to commend Rilzy Adams for what she did because she tried to redeem Jasper in here, but unfortunately it didn't work out for me. And so, but it's okay. I'm still one of my favorite authors because I love her writing style. It's just that how the characters are written in this one, and how they are how the puzzle pieces came together, it's not for me personally. But if you love wishy-washy hero with no backbone and a book with tons of drama that could have been solved if only the person involved or the people involved was or has a backbone, then this book is for you. I personally don't recommend this, but if you want to read this book, then you should do that. If my rant makes you want to read this book, then you should do that. Anyway, I think that's all of the things that I wanted to talk about with this book, and I'm happy to finally let that annoyance, that emotion go and move forward with my reading. And so that's all for me for this video. Please comment down below what you think about this book. Have you read it? And if you have read it, what did you think of it? And if not, please tell me if you are interested to read this book after hearing me ranting about it. So that's all for me for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as well, and click the notification bell if you want to be the first to know when I upload new videos. So that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching again, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.